Hi, it's Rudi from Better Music. Today I'm taking a look at the Yamaha P-45 and the new Roland FP-10. These are both the first in the model ranges respectively from Yamaha and Roland. The P-45 has been around for a little while and it's been a best-selling piano for good reason. It's got really good sound, really good touch, and it's relatively inexpensive. Until now with the FP-10 you had a little bit of a price jump to go up to the next level, and that would be in the Yamaha P-125 or the Roland FP-30. But we now have, with these two pianos that are $800 and below. There's only actually $100 at retail that separates these two pianos. So I thought it'd be a good idea to do a comparison so you can, have a listen and see which one might suit you best. Okay, so what I thought we'd do is, let's play the same thing on both pianos, just on the default piano sound. I've turned them on. They're on the sound that comes on, which is Grand Piano 1 on both of them. Let's have a listen. Okay, so there's a few excerpts of music I've played on both in different registers on the piano so you can get an idea of what the differences are. Look, they both sound really good. Which one you prefer depends on your taste and what sort of music you want to play and what, when you listen to what you like. Okay, so let's talk about the action on both these pianos. If you look at the P-45, it's a really nice feel. It uses a graded hammer action, which means that the keys are actually heavier at the bottom than they are at the top. And it uses a nice crisp feel in the mechanism, in the sense that you've got a nice plastic surface on top of the keys. It feels good under your fingers. And look, it does everything right. I can certainly express my music the way I want on this mechanism. The Roland mechanism is very similar. It uses a graded mechanism as well. So again, the keys are heavier at the bottom than at the top. One thing the Roland does do is they use a stimulated ivory feel on the keys. So why they used to use ivory on pianos years ago is because it absorbed the sweat off your fingers and it made it less slippery. So it is very grippy, and that's on the black keys and the white keys. On top of that, Roland do also feature an escapement mechanism, which is what you'll find on a real grand piano. When you press the key really slowly, you feel a little click at the end of the treble, and that just adds a little bit of extra realism to the mechanism. So you heard some comparisons there on the main piano sound. Both these pianos have other sounds on board as well. Another thing a lot of people like to do is layer two sounds together, in particular piano and strings. So let's just have a listen to a little excerpt with piano and strings on the P-45. Okay, so there you have it. There's a simple comparison on the most used features of both these pianos, which are pretty much the piano sound. I'm not going to go into all the other sounds. You can watch the individual videos for these pianos if you want to learn more about them individually. But let's look again at the two products again. So we've got the FP-10, we've got the P-45. They're both very similar in dimensions. They're both very lightweight. The FP-10 is a little bit less deep than the 45, but essentially the dimensions are very similar. Onboard speakers on both of them, they're both the same power output. They both sound really good. Which one you choose will depend on what you want to use it for and what you like about each one. In terms of features, Roland does have on the FP-10, they do use Bluetooth MIDI, and they do have their own dedicated app, Roland Piano Partner 2, which will enable you to actually control the piano from the app. And as we found out, it actually lets you access a few extra sounds that aren't on the panel itself. So very cool feature. P-45 is able to be used with MIDI via a cable. There's no Bluetooth built in, but you can still use it with apps, although there's not a dedicated control app. So which one do you choose? Look, they're both really good. They're both priced, the Roland is a little bit more expensive, but it still falls under $800. So what you buy will determine on what you like and I suppose your budget as well. But hopefully this has given you and I a chance to listen to the differences between the two and hopefully help you make your mind up. If you've got any questions, leave some comments below or come and check them out in store. I'll see you next time.